Okay, so back up to right when COVID hit, like probably the week, I don't know, middle of March. And at this time I was like, well shit, there goes the KVU interview. So it's not going to get any coverage with COVID, and I definitely don't think it's, with everything else going on, a good time to air it. Plus, it won't get the what's what I'm looking for, the interest of so many people at this point. It's just going to get buried. And so it's like, okay, well, back up again. Mind you, I had already reached out to 3 different attorneys. And, I said that I've got an interview with KVU. I need some feedback, to just, breaking down in tears and just feel like I'm hitting the door. Just like everybody, I get the door shut in my face. Here's the KVU opportunity, and that doesn't happen. So, like I said, this is the middle of March. My phone rings, and there was a voicemail, and instead of listening to it, I could read it on the transcribing of the voicemails. And it said something about Dr. Sharma, like UT medical school or something. And I was like, okay, hold on. So I listened to the message, and I called her right back, and her name was Helen. And she is don't kill me, Helen, I'm not sure, like a grad student, med student, like really, really close to being done. So Dr. Sharma, I guess, is a professor at Dell, the educational program. Dell Seton, sorry. She said, hey, I'm a student, Dr. Sharma is, and he passed this case on to me to do a study and do some research on it. So do you mind if I, use your information? And I was like, hold on, girl. Yes, let me talk to you. So, she listened to my story and jumped all over the place like I'm doing now. And, said, if at any time you don't want me to use your information, let me know. Or I think all I could hear was, somebody's going to hear this. This is going to get somebody's attention. But, at the same time I'm hearing her, she sent me some papers. I signed them. I'd gladly use any information that you have on me to do this study. And, so there was we went through, email, and then obviously trying to type on a computer or text on the phone, right? Definitely using a mouse at the computer. It's like, hey, would you like to do a Zoom call? She's like, sure, Saturday, 10 o'clock. Absolutely, we're on it. So it was just, both of us kind of in, COVID style, I guess. And, I got to show her when my wrist was moving up and down that night. When COVID, okay, anyway, you get it. And so I, showed her my wrist. I'm like, you can't tell Dr. Sharma. And so on Zoom, I showed her my wrist, and, we laughed, and I just basically wanted to answer her questions that she had for me via email. And I thought it would be cool to, kind of just meet this person, let her, see me. And so, I got her crappy, quote unquote, first draft of her, study. And it is very easy to read, very informative, very bizarre, because not the way she wrote anything like that, just to read everything on paper and realize that this is going to be published in, you know, different medical publications, physical therapy publication. They're going to submit it to the something, maybe Hand Surgeon Journal of Medicine or something, because it was found that the injury was a direct result of rolling out on the lacrosse ball, like I had done for so many years, just different areas of my body, or maybe a foam roller. It wasn't really using the lacrosse ball that much. Just wasn't what I needed. And so, lacrosse ball injury, I read about my surgery and what he did. Because I told you about what my mom told me. Well, I got to read like the actual documentation of it. Still want to see the video. So yeah, it's basically Helen, you know, after her research, I found 2 cases that were very similar. One happened while getting and don't quote me on this again, it was just, this is my interpretation. Someone was getting a massage on their arm, and I guess, you know, deep pressure on this area, it squashed it right into that bone. And then the other one was as a result of dry needling. Never done it, heard about it. So yeah, apparently that was the only other cases that she could find. So the bottom line here is that there just needs to be education. This was something that I really feel like we would need to have in this conversation if I had been educated. If they would say in these, you know, publications, their handouts on, you know, techniques for using the lacrosse ball, and, you know, all the videos that you see on the internet of, you know, these are things that I was doing. The publication that I have says, you know, if at any time you feel pain or numbness, stop and contact your provider. I never felt pain, and it wasn't numb. Like I said, self-myofascial release it feels good. So I guess the end result is my hand is getting better. I'm starting to, you know, write with it again. I haven't worn my brace in probably a week now. Doing the push-ups, making myself, I have a mouse that's like a pin, and it has the mouse clicker thing on it, and I can show it to you later. So I've been forcing myself to use that at the computer. Getting quicker at getting ready, getting out the door, whereas, you know, trying to grab something, you know, makeup or your keys out of your purse, or, you know, get dressed and do a button and put on a necklace, brush my teeth, take a shower, wash my hair. So it's getting better. I guess finally feel like it's going to be normal again. I'm going to be a normal human that doesn't have to utilize a handicap placard, because the anxiety of having to carry my 3 bags everywhere with me across the parking lot, not being able to find a place to park, you know, feeling like, fuck this, I don't want to go on. I feel like an outcast. People are constantly, oh my gosh, what did you do to your hand? And to say, you know, well, do you have 5 minutes? Nobody knows what the radial nerve is. Nobody knows what rolling on a lacrosse ball is. Nobody knows what self-myofascial release is. And then if you say foam rolling, oh yeah. And then you're like, somebody will go, oh yeah, you know, that like the tennis ball thing. Oh yeah. Wow, that happened to you? And then, you know, it got to where it was, one of my jokes was keg stands. Hey, how'd you hurt your arm? What happened? Keg stands. I wonder what the other guy looks like, or whatever that stupid thing is. You know, just, and I know people are just they're not doing it to be mean or, you know, annoying or whatever, but shit, it was annoying. And, you know, people that I see every day, you know, the guy at the convenience store, how's your hand? And every time I go in there and it's, you know, I'm able to do something, you know, it's easier, or, you know, he can see improvement. He's, oh, your hand. So yeah, it in August, it'll be a year. Lots of depression, lots of anger, lots of fear, very much fear, almost suicidal, just like, you know, literally would think, fuck this, and then I would be like, you know what, at least I have an arm. And that's when my neurologist, Dr. Mumanini, said, you know, I appreciate your optimism. You need to accept the fact that you have a disability. Whoa. I needed to hear that because, again, this whole time denial, and I'm strong and I can do this, you know, and oh, if I don't think about it, it's not real. I mean, just all kinds of emotions. So yeah, back to the lacrosse ball. I've got exercises that were sent to me from the therapist, with, you know, exercises that I should do, and a lot of times it was, I didn't necessarily do those exercises in with them, or it was a very quick, hey, do this, because it was exercises that could possibly benefit and help heal the injury, whatever it was at the time. So I've got exercises that were given to me, prescribed. Rolling on the wall like this. I can do a video of it later, but anyway, looking at videos after this happened to me, and was like, you know, Googling everything from floppy wrist to nerve damage to lacrosse ball to injury, and you know, this one place keeps coming up, their ad, and I'm just gonna say it, it's an organization called Arasti. You can Google things, their name will come up, but there's no explanation of their technique. There is no, you know, it's after digging so deep into it after my injury, almost like and I don't mean this negative, like a cult following. It's just, it's weird, and I was in it for 10 years, you know, whatever that cult following is. And so I just, you know, again, there was no, how do you do this? What do you do? It was like, we can fix your pain and we can fix it fast. There's 2 to 3 visits. So again, digging to the shithole bottom of the internet, and I could not find anything about pressure, you know, make sure that you're not rolling over this area, because there's a major nerve that is super, super close to the top of, I mean, it can be crushed. So, you know, I am, like I said, I'm pretty bummed that I haven't recorded my journey like this. So I'd be interested to watch it. But I don't know. I'm all about at this point getting education out of there, because the fear of not being able to function normally for the rest of my life is going away. And so I'm going to make sure that everybody knows. I'm not going to be quiet about it anymore. I'm not going to try and protect Arasti or be scared to say anything, or, do I think they did it intentionally? Absolutely not. I don't think there was any, like, Dr. Reese was going to be like, well, hey, let's just have you squish the shit out of your arm and then, we'll put you back on it, whatever. I don't think that was the case. I know it wasn't the case. It was, it was a freak accident, and freak accidents happen, and it could have been prevented. Hopefully my story will help maybe spread the word. So yeah, I'm surprised I told the whole story and just did it. Anyway, if I think of anything else, I will hop back on. So again, thank you, Dr. Sharma, and Sarah, the nurse, and Debbie, and Dr. Mumanini, and my mom, work, my co-workers, my team, Jagger, for being there, when I was a bitch, because I was so miserable and so exhausted and tired of life, and just wanting to have my life back and getting it back. And so yeah, that's all I have right now, and I love you. Bye.